All right, buckle up, because today we're diving into a potentially massive shakeup in the smartphone world.
Yeah, Apple's at it again.
They're always pushing the envelope.
Right.
And this time, all eyes are on the iPhone SE4.
This isn't just another phone launch, though.
No, not even close. We've got Engadget and 9 to 5 Mac buzzing about something much, much bigger.
Apple ditching Qualcomm.
You got it. Their own homegrown 5G modem. That's the rumor. And it has sent shockwaves through the tech world.
It's kind of a big deal.
It's huge. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's back up a bit for those who might not be familiar with all this. What are we even talking about here?
Well, basically, the modem is what connects your phone to the internet. Without it, you're living in the dark ages.
No Instagram. No
Right.
doom scrolling.
Exactly. But it goes beyond that. A good modem means faster downloads, smoother streaming, the whole 9 yards. It even affects your battery life.
Oh, so that's why my battery drains so fast when I'm on 5G. It's all the modem's fault.
Well, it's a big factor. And Qualcomm, they've been the top dog in the modem world for years. Most phones use their chips.
So Apple deciding to go it alone. That's a bold move.
It is like Apple saying, we can do it better and we're not afraid to bet the farm on it.
So why would they even risk it? What's the big advantage of having their own modem?
Control. Think about it. Apple already designs their own processors.
Those A-series chips everyone raves about.
Exactly. They're known for being crazy powerful and efficient because Apple designs them to work perfectly with their software. They control the whole stack.
Okay, so they want that same level of control over the modem. They want to be calling all the shots.
Precisely. If they can pull it off, it could be a game changer.
And of course, let's not forget the history here. It's not like Apple and Qualcomm are best buddies.
There's some bad blood there. Remember those lawsuits a few years back? Patent disputes, billions of dollars at stake. It was a whole thing.
Like a tech soap opera.
Totally. They eventually reached a truce, but, Apple's been wanting to cut those ties for a while.
This feels like the culmination of that, their chance to finally break free.
Exactly. And this iPhone SE4, it's like their proving ground. The place to test out their new toy before unleashing it on the world.
Okay, so we've got this potential tech revolution brewing.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the phone itself? The iPhone SE4, what's the deal with this thing?
Well, if the rumors are true, it's going to be a serious contender. 9 to 5 Mac is saying it'll look pretty similar to the iPhone 14, with those flat edges.
Yeah, keeping it sleek.
Exactly, but here's where it gets really interesting. They're also saying it'll have an OLED screen.
Oh, wow, for an SE model.
Yeah.
That's a big step up.
Huge, especially for folks who want those vibrant colors and deep blacks. But it doesn't stop there. Get this. The camera.
Okay, what about?
9 to 5 Mac says it could have the same 48 megapixel wide camera and the 12 megapixel front camera as the iPhone 15.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Yeah.
The same camera tech as their flagship phone in the SE.
That's what they're saying. And if it's true, we're talking about a massive leap in photo quality for the SE line.
Seriously, that's like almost unheard of at this price point.
It's a statement from Apple for sure. Like, they're serious about making the SE4 a photography powerhouse.
And what about other features? Are we still stuck with the home button?
Actually, no. From what we're hearing, they're ditching it.
No way.
Yeah, it sounds like Face ID is finally making its way to the SE lineup.
That's big news. So we've got a sleek design, amazing camera, Face ID. What about the inside? Can it keep up with all that?
Oh, absolutely. 9 to 5 Mac reports that it's rumored to have the A18 chip.
The A18? Wait, isn't that going to be in the iPhone 16?
Yep, the very same chip.
Wow, they're really packing some serious power into this thing.
Right. And on top of that, we're hearing it could have 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Okay, so this isn't just a budget phone anymore. This thing is a beast.
Totally. It's shaping up to be a flagship phone disguised as an SE.
So we've covered the impressive specs. But let's circle back to that game changer, that 5G modem. Why should we be excited about Centauri?
Well, remember how we were talking about Apple's in-house chips and how they're optimized?
Yeah, they're control freaks about that stuff.
That's a good thing in this case. See, with Centauri, they can make it work perfectly with the hardware and the software, like down to the tiniest detail.
So it's not just a modem, it's like a perfectly tuned instrument.
Exactly. And when everything works together that well, magic happens.
So for the average user, what's that mean? What are we going to see?
Think about it like this. You're scrolling through TikTok, streaming your favorite show, downloading a huge file, all at the same time.
Okay, sounds like a typical Tuesday.
Right? But with Centauri, it could all be so much smoother. No lag, no buffering, no frustrating interruptions.
Seamless.
Exactly. That's the dream, right?
Totally. But what about everyone's favorite topic? Battery life. Especially with 5G, it's always a concern.
You're telling me. But that's another area where Apple's obsession with optimization could be huge. See, by designing the modem themselves, they can squeeze every last bit of battery life out of it.
So it's not just about being faster, it's about being smarter with power consumption.
Exactly. And actually, 9 to 5 Max specifically called out potential improvements in low power mode, which is really promising.
So longer battery life even when you're pushing it to the limit.
Potentially, we're talking about maybe getting hours more use on a single charge.
Okay, so longer battery life, crazy speeds, a phone that just works. It all sounds too good to be true, right?
Well, there are always challenges when you're trying to do something this ambitious.
Yeah, no one's perfect. There's got to be some potential downsides here, right? What could go wrong?
I mean, it's a gamble, for sure.
Right.
And 9 to 5 Mac even hinted that Apple might be hedging their bets a little bit.
Oh, how so?
Well, they pointed out that Apple is testing Centauri in the SE first, not their flagship model.
Right.
Which suggests that maybe, just maybe, they're not 100% confident it's ready for prime time on their highest-end devices just yet.
So you're saying there's a chance that those early adopters, the ones who rush out to get the iPhone SE4 right away,
Yeah.
they might run into some, shall we say, growing pains?
It's possible, yeah. I mean, new technology, it often comes with a few hiccups along the way, right? We can see some software bugs, maybe some unexpected battery drain, those sorts of things, while Apple irons out the kinks. But here's the thing to remember about Apple. They are notoriously meticulous.
Oh, yeah. They don't mess around.
They sweat the details. They don't just release something and hope for the best, right?
True. Very true.
They've been working on this for years. They have a plan, and they're not afraid to take their time to get it right.
So a calculated risk, but a risk nonetheless.
Exactly. And if it pays off, well, this could have massive ripple effects throughout the entire smartphone world.
Okay, so zoom out for us here. What's the bigger picture?
Right now, Qualcomm, they pretty much have a monopoly on 5G modems.
They're the big dog.
Right. But now imagine a world where Apple, with their track record of innovation, their obsession with optimization, suddenly becomes a major player in that space.
That changes everything.
Right. Suddenly Qualcomm has real competition, and competition breeds innovation.
Love that saying.
Right. So we could see faster speeds, better battery life, maybe even, dare I say it, lower prices as these companies battle it out for our hard-earned cash.
And who wouldn't love that?
Exactly. The consumer wins in the end.
So it all comes back around to the little guy.
Always.
Well, I think that's about all the time we have for today, but wow, what a deep dive this has been.
It really has.
The iPhone SE4, it's shaping up to be more than just a new phone. It could be a turning point for the entire smartphone industry. From the homegrown 5G modem to the impressive specs and the potential shakeup in the market, it's going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us today on this deep dive, and be sure to check back in with us soon as we continue to unpack the latest and greatest in tech.